Hey y'all, this is TR McCoy coming at you with another video.
And I'm your girl, TR McCoy. How are you this evening, this morning, today? We don't know what time it is or where you are located, but we are here. And today we're going to talk a little bit about drug addiction and how it affects families all over the world. Mr. McCoy.
Well, drug addiction is not just drug addiction and alcohol addiction is it's an addiction that people try to you can't say hide, or people don't like talking about it when it deals with their family members.
Mm,
But it's a problem in all families, whether it's alcohol or whether it's drugs. It's always in somebody's family that we know, if not in your own family.
right.
And it really takes a toll on the family members.
Yes,
Now,
not just the person themselves, but
the addicted person, but it takes a
it
toll.
wrecks the whole family.
I've known functional alcoholics that worked, had jobs, but they drank every day. I mean, they would drink before they would go to work. They would drink on their lunch break. They would drink when they got home from work, but they knew, what to do to cover up the alcohol, and that's what they did. But they, just like alcohol is a drug, and when you're dealing with a functional alcoholic, first thing he does is have a drink in the morning. That's just to get him started. He needs that alcohol to get him started, because if he don't, his day is not going to be a good day for him. And that's the same thing with drugs. When you're dealing with somebody that's on drugs, they need a fix in the morning, and not only does it takes a toll in their body, because your body is dependent on
Becomes
that drug,
dependent on the drug, right?
and it takes a toll on your body, not just
And your mind,
in your mind, because it could lead to
seizures and
mental condition
right.
that's irreversible.
Hmm.
Because when we was working, we worked at a psych hospital, and a lot of the patients that were come in from came in for an addiction, but they was on the drugs for so long, or they took the wrong drug or whatever, it turned into a mental issue
Mm.
that was irreversible. They wasn't nothing they could do about it. That's just the way it happens. But it's um it's a sad thing that, when you have a loved one that's addicted, and if you don't understand it, what they go through, it's just as hard. It's hard on them, just as it is hard on you. When you dealing with when they're dealing with drugs, they will steal from you, even though they love you. They will steal from you. You have, if you invite them to your house, you got to keep an eye on them, because if you turn your back, they're gonna stole something. You know what I mean? It says they will do anything that they have to do to get that fix. And,
Hmm.
and if it's stealing from you, that's what they do. Should we? What, they stole our car. Remember that?
Yeah, we.
They're
I can say from experience dealing with not just working in the field with addiction, drug addiction, alcoholism, but in my personal family that at first you don't understand it because you think it's something that they can control, it's something that they are just desiring, but they have a way that they can control it when actually once it becomes an addiction, they can't control it.
Hmm.
And like he said, we had a car, and I my car was stolen, jewelry was stolen, um,
From family members. We talking from family
supposed to
members.
be in the house.
You know.
Um, they sneaking people in, getting high, and it became a mess to the point where I never told my siblings, my brothers, that you can't come to my house. Well, for a little while, yeah, we did when they stole the car and wrecked it. That was
Boy,
like that was a zinger. But we let them come back to the house, not to live, but if they needed to take a shower or they needed something to eat, they were always welcome to come and do that.
that
And
was
we made
after
sure
they stopped running from
that
you.
yeah, we made sure that someone,
Was
the
home,
older kids, was home to
kept an eye
monitor
on
what
what
was
they were
going
going
on,
on.
because
Yeah.
like we said, they would steal from you. And I think it was just to get that fixed, because after a while, even though you're upset about them stealing and whatnot, it becomes a point where the materialistic things are not even the issue anymore. It's about their lives. Like, you're going to kill yourself if you don't
Yeah.
get help. And for many, many years, my two of my brothers, they were out there. And one decided to go and get help and get himself together. He's been clean now over
10 years now.
10.
It
He's
was
been
longer than,
clean
well,
for
I'm just
over,
saying.
Jakara's 25. So he's
Okay.
been clean for over 20 something years.
Okay. I thought it was just 10.
And
But
so,
and another thing, when you trying to get help for them, it's not that you can't help them, but they have to hit rock bottom.
they have to help themselves.
They
They
have
have
to
to
help.
want to help.
They have to help themselves, because
Yes.
you can plead with them until the sun go up, until the sun go down,
And we did.
but until they hit that rock bottom, and everybody's rock bottom is different.
Yes. Well,
Until
at one point, I didn't even know what rock bottom was, because I'm like,
yeah,
well, as you're watching them go through different things in their lives, I mean, crash after crash after crash after crash, you're wondering, like, well, dang, where is the rock bottom?
and
Because
they're rock
they're just not getting it. I mean, getting beat up, getting found in
sick,
the street,
getting
sick,
sick. I
and
mean, yeah.
almost to death, getting cut and stabbed and hurt. And you like, when are they going to get it?
And then not just that, but they probably have to go through this more than once. So I'm gonna get clean,
Hmm.
and they go get clean. They be clean for a couple months, and then boom, they right
Back
back
out
at it
there.
again, picked up right from where they left off at. At one time, I remember when Ella's brothers out there, the best thing that could have happened to them was getting locked up.
Yes. That
Not
was an option, became an
well, well,
option.
well,
Like,
well,
if they get locked up, at least we know they're not using.
well, they be using it in jail
Well,
too,
but they
but not
wasn't using in
not
jail.
not as much as they was on the street, because they have to pay for it in jail, triple of what you paying for it in the street. But that was like, if we knew he was in jail, we knew, he's gonna live to see
He's off
another
the
day.
street
He's
for a
safe.
while.
He was
Yeah.
safe, and that's a bad place to
That you
feel
say.
safe. But that's the way
Yeah.
that was safe. Our thoughts was, because we thought we was gonna get that call,
Any
and, and,
day.
and that night, oh, they done
Yeah.
found your brother dead somewhere.
Yes. Yes.
That's what was on. That's what had us worried about. We would see him in the street looking pitiful. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like, man, when is it?
When
When
is
is
enough
enough?
enough?
When
Right.
is enough enough?
Yeah.
Ain't you tired of living in the street, sleeping in cars and all that?
Yes.
But
And the bad thing is, they sleep wherever they can. And I
yeah.
can say, for my youngest brother who passed away, not from drugs, but who was sick, who really became
Hmm.
sick. He went through so much, but finally
He got
at the
cleaned
end he
up.
got
Got cleaned
clean.
up. Right.
He got his own place, and
He
he was
cleaned
so
up.
happy because he finally got
Got
to
cleaned
live
up.
on his own and to know how to pay
Pay
bills
pills.
and
Right.
everything, even
Right.
though I
Right.
was
He
on
got to
them.
live a quality of
But
life.
yes,
The
and
quality
then
of
he
life was
found out
good.
he had cancer,
Yeah.
and he passed away from the cancer. But
Mm.
he did get the opportunity to see what living a sober
And
life
he
was.
accepted the
And he
Lord.
accepted the
He was
Lord,
going to church and everything. So
Yes.
uh, that was almost a
But
blessing
it
for
took a
us.
lot because
Yeah, it
I
took a
mean,
lot.
me and my other brother who had got clean, he, we were threatening him like, we're not going to do this, we're not going to be there for you no more, we're not going to do this. And then somebody would call and say, hey, I seen your brother, he got beat up. And
Yeah, right.
it was like, and somebody asked me one
Ongoing.
time, like, well, why are you running for them like they're your kids? They're your siblings.
Right.
And who
Yeah.
wants to see their siblings
Down and
out
out,
there getting
hurting
beat up
bad.
and
Right.
hurt and everything, and you out there
hmm
fighting for them, and they
They ain't fighting.
wrong.
They ain't fighting for
They done
themselves.
stole somebody's stuff, and you out there fighting for them, and they wrong. Like, come on,
Paying
paying
their debts and
drug
the
dealers to
football.
leave them alone and stop beating
Yeah.
on them, and just
Yeah.
so much.
All of that.
But
All
you
of that.
know, I thank God that I would say, never give up on your siblings.
Yeah.
You may have to take a different route to deal with them, but never stop praying
Even if you
and never give up on them.
even if you got close friends
Yeah.
that you know is addicted,
Yes.
don't give up on them.
No.
Just continue to talk to them. I'm saying you probably can't take them home,
Right.
but you can
But you can
still
take them somewhere to get them
something
something
to
to eat.
eat. You know
You
what I
can take them
mean?
somewhere to make
Don't
sure
give up
they.
on them.
Yes, don't give up
Don't
on
give
them
up on them.
100%.
Just
Like you
keep
said,
talking
hold
to
your
them.
pocketbook close to you,
Yeah.
but don't give up. Keep praying for them, because trust me when I tell you, God truly does answer prayer. And when I
Yeah.
tell you, this boy took us through the mills before God finally, he allowed God to clean him up and get his life on track.
Yeah. He cleaned him
And
up
I
too.
mean, he cleaned him up. God don't
He
clean you
cleaned
up a
him
little
up.
bit. He cleans you up all the way.
Right.
And it was a good thing. So we just wanted to hop on real quick and talk about drug addiction and alcoholism.
And what
It
it
is
does to
serious.
the
It is an
families and
addiction. It's not something that you can wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I just quit. No, they need help when they come to you, because they're not going to just come. They come sometimes and they ask for help. But if they truly are not ready for that help, they are going to fall back into the addiction.
there's plenty of places that you can get help.
Yes.
It's I can give you a number, but you got to do it for yourself. There's plenty of places, and don't let no one tell you that um, addicts is a poor man's
Yeah,
problem.
right. It's
But it's not.
everybody's
It's
problem.
everybody's problem. Rich, poor.
Yes.
It's it ain't prejudice to
And some
people.
of them get addicted to pain pills because they've
That's where it
had
starts at.
surgery
Right,
and
right,
now
right,
they're still popping these
right.
pills, sneaking. Addiction is so
So
easy
don't
to
never
come about.
believe, don't let nobody tell you that, oh, a drug addiction is only the people in the ghetto
No.
get addicted to drugs or something like that. Because I knew some people that weren't never been to a ghetto in their life that was hooked up, strung out on drugs, selling their body,
Mm,
doing whatever they can do to get a fix.
right.
And they never seen the ghetto in their life, but they ended up coming
Going
to the
to it.
ghetto because they had easier access to get what they needed. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So y'all, we just encourage you, if you know somebody or somebody in your family, don't give up on them.
Continue to pray for them.
Continue to pray for
Continue to talk to them to try to get them
them. Yeah.
help.
hmm
Even if you seeing them every 3 days, it gets on their nerve. But so what? They getting on ours. Keep right
hmm
on praying for them. Keep right on telling them, come on, man,
Get
go get
some
yourself.
help.
Or come
Yeah.
on, sis, go get some help. Get yourself
If
some
you know
help.
they on drugs, don't give them no money. If they're hungry, take them to
Take
get
them to.
something to eat.
That's what we would
You
do.
know what I mean? Take them to get
Take
something to
them to
eat.
get
Because if you
something
give
to
them some
eat.
money, they ain't going to get
And they
nothing
would
to
say,
eat.
just give me 50
They
cents.
gonna
No,
go
I'm
get
not giving
something
you
to
50
they gonna go
nothing.
get something to drink or some drugs. You know what
Right.
I mean? That's what they do. So
Yeah. So one of the numbers you can call if you know someone that has a drug addiction is 1-800-662-4357. We are in the Delaware Valley, so
that's a
this
one eight
number,
hundred number. That's the
so
same
you
one for
can call,
Jersey.
okay, so you
Yeah,
can call that number
that's a
one eight
national
hundred
hotline. Yeah,
six six two 4357 to get help. And then once you get help for them, they will find somewhere to send them that they can get not just inpatient help, but outpatient help as well. An addiction is forever. Even though you've been clean for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you are still
An
considered
addict.
an addict. Whether
Yep.
it's alcohol or drugs, you are still considered an addict.
Yep.
Get the help that you need. We're praying for you. We're hoping that anyone that needs help will get the help that they need and that you'll be blessed. I promise you will be blessed. Your life will change. Okay?
All right. So we'll see y'all in the next video. We always ask everybody to subscribe, share.
And like this video.
Yeah.
Give us comments down below to tell us something. Talk back to us. If you have information on where someone can call to get help, or some place that you know that they can get help, leave it in the comments section.
All right.
And we can relay that message.
Okay.
Okay. So we love you.
I
God
love
love you.
you. Peace out. See you on the next video.
Love coming your way.
All
Be
right.
blessed.
All right.
Bye.